Let me feed the angels and we'll get working. I gotta clean this tank up today. It's looking gnarly. Got sick, still am sick, and it's just gotten completely overgrown. But we'll get cleaned up. I'm gonna toss this in for them, and then I'm going to post some stuff live. Let's see here. Let some people roll in. Still nobody hanging out. We'll get there. All right. Let's see. Well, we got someone in there. Let me get my live up so I can see the chat, and we'll get working. Working.
What if you...
Let me throw it in one more group. So today, cleaned up, man. Moss is overgrown, stems are overgrown. Monte Carlo is 3 inches in some spots. Okay. So yeah, I got some work to do today, clearly. I got chat on my laptop off to the side. So if you guys have questions while I'm working, feel free to ask them. I got everything turned off at the moment. Pumps turned off, all that jazz. The first things first, I need to get lilies cleaned up. Luckily, I got some quick disconnects. So these pull right out, which is really nice. This guy just comes right off. Actually, let me get my tool. Got my tweezers in here. Makes it really easy. What's up, kitty? I wonder if I could put my cat to work. Kitty? You doing a life change, kitty? You want to do a life change? So these guys, all nasty, they're going to go in some bleach. And I was losing flow, which makes me think that it was clogged. Let's see. Yeah, oh yeah. I can't even see through it. My surface skimmer wouldn't work properly. And generally that's an indication of there being a clog. So it starts pulling more from the surface skimmer than anything else. And we'll get this guy off too. I know, kitty. Here, I'll open the thing for you. Give me 1 sec. I'll get this guy off too. I got a basin off camera that just has bleach in it. A couple really big globs of bleach and hot water, and I just let them sit. And then I'll rinse them off and scrub them down, kind of thing. But the bleach softens everything up really nicely. Let's let the cat out. I know. Here. Go play. Go play. Okay. So, scissors. For those of you guys that were hanging out with me last week, we trimmed the 6-gallon. That was a project. Alright. So first thing I'm going to do, how many we got in chat? A couple people. If you guys got questions, ask them. I'm going to get rid of all of this stuff up top. It's blocking the view. I can't see underneath very well. We even have some Rotella bonsai underneath that's getting choked out. So I think the first thing I want to do is just cut all this out. I think that's going to be easiest. Give us better visibility. I got a buddy in Texas. He's going to take a bunch of this stuff. Because look at this. This is crazy. Oh, I'm going to remove this too. It's like I don't even know where to start. All right. The underbelly. Just hacking at an angle. Because all this stuff is bent over. We'll start with the Rotella. Jeez. Look at this, man. Big old handful. That's crazy. Okay. We'll get all this too. I had some Ludwigia Super Red. It's starting to pop through. That got buried too. Let's see if I got no questions yet. Hack some of this back. Just like a bush. Hey, look it! I got some Rotella. It's looking sad. Poor thing. It's covered up. Trim all this back. Like, look how long that is. This is like half of the plant. It was like, I cut it somewhere around here. Yeah. Delayed maintenance is what it is. It'll bounce back too. It's easy like that. Especially when you're running CO2. I can trim this and in a week or two it's like back to crazy again. I have a hanging kit for the light. Do I raise it up? No. Why? I don't know. I should. Ugh. Let's see here. Keep working. I think that's good. Another reason too to keep up on this maintenance is, well, one, look at this was the Super Red. I can pull this out. Just a skeleton of a plant anymore. So, you know, people will ask, can we have too much plants or too many plants? It's not too many. A variation's not an issue. It looks funny, to me at least, but you can have too much plant mass itself, where it just starts choking out other plants. So the faster growing plants will outcompete the slower growing stuff. So it's best to keep things trimmed to avoid this whole mess. I don't know. It's nature. We're just trying to control it. All right, let me raise this up. Give me more room to work. Ooh. Okay. Random moss chilling in the back. So know that too, when you trim stems, we take the top off and we can replant it, which is cool because then you got another stem. But the bottom part that you cut will end up pulling out a Y. So then you have 2 stems. So technically you get 3 stems. You get the one that you originally pulled off the top and replanted, and then the bottom stem will branch 2 more. And then if you cut those, you get 4 stems. You cut those, you get 8, and so on. So there's a technique to actually trimming to get stuff that's a tank that's really bushy. It's better to have one plant with many stems than many stems, because each of the many stems are a single plant and they're trying to outcompete each other. Where if it's like one plant that's just branched a ton of times, it's not competing for itself with light. Hey, I saw some super reds. They're still alive. That's good news. Let's trim that guy here. That's trimmed. And I've got this plant. It's a trip. Let me see where this goes. Follow the path of the stem. I'll cut it here. I've got this stem that looks like little, I call it watermelon leaves. It's a trip. I don't know the name of it. This is the first time I've ever used it. A customer of mine ordered it. He's like, I've been looking for this stuff forever. And I was like, well, let me check it out. And it's cool. It looks kind of like bacopa, where it's got a, what would you call it? Tougher, rounder leaf than like a larger, soft one. It's this plant here. I don't know the name of it. I guess I could look it up, but it's a cool little plant. It's a trip. Again, kind of like bacopa, but it looks like little watermelons in the tank, which are cute. I like it. So there's our super reds. This bunch survived. The one in the corner didn't. I almost want to leave them so that they don't get overrun. Let them fill out a little in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. I'll let them get healthy again. One thing I could talk about is, let's see if you guys can see it. I don't know if you can or not. These roots coming off the stems, that's not good. That's the plant not getting nutrient at the root. So then it starts trying to pull it from the water column, which plants can do. It's fine. It's just messy looking. It doesn't look very clean when you get that. So if you do see that on your plants, make sure that you're providing more nutrient at the root for them. You know, for those who follow the ASG method, I just haven't been dosing fertilizer. I've been sick. Haven't been taking care of the tank. So it shows in your plants, which is interesting. The plants will try to react to the deficiency at the root and then start searching for it in the water column. So I swear, man, our plants, they'll tell you. They'll tell you when they're upset. It's just having the experience to be able to read it, and see it, respond to it, know how to respond, I guess, is a good way to put that. I'll trim that back. Let me put this down. See if I can show you guys the watermelon plant. Now look at this. Oh, you can't really see it. A little bit. It's so cute though. I love it. More random moss. Just stuck in the middle of nowhere. Oh, look at this fatty. So this was a tissue culture cup that started to kind of get sad. And I don't sell those, obviously, because I wouldn't want that. But I'll throw them in my tank and float them. And this is Rotala macarenda. And I can kind of see it. Big old disc now. So I'll end up selling it locally. It'll live on again. Okay, back to trimming. Look at all this. I forget what this is called. PROSP, prosp something. This stuff will almost touch the glass. It grows so long. So here, trim it. Trim that back. Trim this lower. I need to give the Rotala bonsai a chance, man. This is another plant I've never escaped with. I saw it and I was like, I want to try it. And what happens is it keeps coming over the bonsai underneath. If you can see now, the bonsai is like, let me through. And the bonsai, Rotala bonsai is really slow growing. Even though I've got CO2 and everything else is like the Atra, that plant's growing prolifically. The bonsai is just slow growing. So again, it gets outcompeted. That's part of aquascaping, man. You plant stuff, or you work with something a plant you haven't worked with before, and you don't know how it's going to mature to some degree, or how fast it'll grow. Some people are like, "Oh, it's really fast growing." It doesn't grow that fast. So, obviously, nothing beats experience. I do need to clean those rocks off. Maybe that'll be later. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay. You know what? I'll trim it. No, I don't leave it. I want to trim the super reds, but I'm afraid I'm going to stress them out. Let's cut some of this back some more. We know that'll grow like crazy. I'm not worried about that bouncing back. Okay. Look at this little guy. Just floating to sell. Grips. Healthy too. Some gloss I was floating. It's funny, I float them in like the back corner so you can't really see them. But they're getting tons of light and they're super happy. Some boost, bulk it, something like that. Yay! So the bonsai on this side looks happy. That's good. Oh, look at this friggin' long thing. Monster of a stem. Into the bucket. Yeah, my super red just got choked out. There's some over here, but it's like sad looking now. More watermelon plant. Who knows the name of this? I know I'm not giving you much to work on. Throw it in the comment section. I would like to know. I wanna know. I wanna know what plant it is. I wanna know. So I've got like a fourth of a bucket over there now of just plant mass. I'm tempted to trim lower to make it more dense. I don't know, we'll see. To the window. To the window. Yeah, this is my tank. Dude, on this side, I get blasted in the morning with a ton of sunlight. Kind of comes in just on this corner. So I'll get weird algae and things that grow there, but I have nowhere else to put this tank, so it kind of is what it is, man. Look at this sniffle-gobble-gobble-this plant. So Adrian, bro, look at this. Let's see if I can see it on live. Yeah. It's like up to here with plant, bro. So I've got more than enough to send to you and Brandon. So we'll hook both of you guys up. See all this stuff? Where does this lead? Oh, snip. Yeah, so again, more dead super reds back in the corner. They just got, again, I got outcompeted. So what I'll do maybe is I'll clean this out. I'll show you guys. You don't want this in your tank. I mean, you could get away with it, obviously. Well, maybe not obviously. You could get away with it. But the bottom is so stringy. And you get some growth on the top. But when it gets like this, sometimes detritus and stuff will get caught in it. And it just needs to go. So what I'll do is I'll trim off the tops, the healthy stuff, ditch the sad looking stuff. We'll replant it and start over. And if your tank is healthy, or if the system's healthy, it'll bounce back. Take a couple weeks, but as long as you got one stem, you can get a ton more, which is nice. A window clean on the side. Dude, yeah, I've thought about it. I've thought about blacking out all three sides with vinyl. I thought that would be kind of cool, but on this side, it's my living room and the couch and all that jazz. So it's nice that when I sit, I can watch the tank from the side, this kind of 3/4 angle. This side could be dead to me. I don't really care, but yeah. More stuff to do. That's why I like tanks. There's always something fun to do with them. I like the maintenance. Some people don't like the maintenance. I find it therapeutic. I got a quiet house today. The wife took the girls to a play. So I'm just putzing around. And it's nice. Yeah. That's why, again, haven't done a water change in like 2 weeks. And then my wife's like, I'm taking the girls out Saturday. And I'm like, perfect. I can just work. My girls are crazy. They don't allow me to work. Okay. Just try to net some of this gunk out. See what we're working with. I got this back left corner, which had the super reds, which is now open. I don't know what I'll put in it. Maybe I'll just leave it for now. Find something fun to plant back there that's new for the tank. Can never have too many plants, that's for sure. Bye-bye. The reason I'm cleaning up midway here is I got to attack that carpet and it's going to make a mess. So if I can get it cleaned up as much as I can, it'll help. I got a ton of this moss too. I should try to sell it. It's cool. There's a local in SoCal, a group called Scape, and they do SCAPE. They do a lot of sales on their site of plants and stuff. It's awesome. It's pretty cheap. They got rare people that are selling rare stuff too sometimes, but people sell like big old bags of Christmas moss for like $10, $5. Okay. Now to attack the carpet. We can kind of see everything now, which is nice. We got this whole empty side. We'll figure out something to put back there. Some sort of stem. I just got a big tropical order in so I could steal a cut from myself. So dirty. It's pretty, but it's dirty. Okay, here, I'll zoom in a little bit. We'll get trimming the carpet. There. Reposition this kid. Okay. So, with carpets like this, let's see, can you see? Barely. Carpet is down here, believe it or not. 2 fingers for me is about 2 inches. So we're looking at about 4 inches. I'm sorry, 2 fingers is 1 inch. 4 fingers is about 2 inches. This is the max that I would let a carpet go, like Monte Carlo or Cuba, baby tears. Because what'll happen is it'll start purling so prolifically that it'll just literally pull itself up, uproot itself. So I generally keep my carpets between 1 and 2 inches. They seem to appreciate it. So let's get hacking. Oh, let's see what we got here. Well, hello, Ben. I saw your message, but I was clearly live. I couldn't help you on Facebook. Let's get this bad boy trimmed out and see if I can do it without screwing up my pink flamingo. My pink flamingo. Oh, it's scary. That's close. I'm telling you guys, these S scissors, man. I sold them for probably a year and a half, and was like, I don't need fancy aquascaping tools. And then I broke down one day and bought some. I had a customer be like, they're amazing. And I'm like, all right, I'll give them a try. And it makes this type of work so fast. Look at all that. It looks like duckweed. Well, check again. I can't. I'm live, Ben. I'm live. Ben in chat is the guy that helps us print the inserts, the separators. I don't know what you call them. The discs in our canister filter. Ben, knock it off. So I work with him directly. He 3D prints them for us. Partitions, that's the best way to put that. He 3D prints our partitions. He'll get cranking on a weekend, printing stuff out for us, which I highly appreciate. Look at all this. It's going to look like I have duckweed here in a minute. Ugh. I always say duckweed's the herpes of, oh, rip. Duckweed is the herpes of our planted tanks. Don't ever put duckweed in your tank because you'll never get it out. I'm sure there's those that can speak from experience. I've just always avoided it. What's funny is I get down deep enough, there's a rock right here. I haven't seen that kid in a while. See if I can dig him out. The sucky part about doing heavy trims like this to the carpet is it looks like a bad haircut for a couple weeks. It'll get yellow underneath and look all sad. Scapers are going to be like, oh no, what did I do? And it all comes back. Oh. Trying to pull it out of the S-rep ends. Should I trim it? I'm going to trim it. Get out of here. think in the future, I've got some, what is it called? Non-copyrighted music that I use for my videos that I could play in the background. Usually, if I was by myself and not going live, I'd be cranking music right now. But Facebook would get upset and be like, you can't do that. I'm like, why not? Why not? Printers, that is. Printers? You're a printer? It's cool how 3D printers have allowed hobbyists to like make stuff for our hobby. I've got some 3D printed shades for the AI Prime that I've got. And it's cool. Something to model it, print it up. Bam, we got more product. Okay. Keep trimming, keep trimming. It is thick over here. Holy moly. Look at all this. Got gobs of Monte Carlo. Gotta make a mess before it cleans up. Unfortunately, go back to this way. Oh, I see your comment, Ben. Give me 2 seconds. Bloop. Look how thick this is, man. This is nuts. I guess I haven't hit this corner in a bit. Because that is quite carpet. There we go. I can see this rock again. Trim all this out. Hey, there's a rock underneath there. Let's see. Printing stuff for you helps justify buying the bigger, higher printers. My laptop now. Oh yeah, dude, all day. Use me as an excuse to buy larger printers. You can tell the wifey, but Kyle, he needs a 3D printed 50-gallon. He needs it, babe. I need it. It's fun. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes, especially as dads, it's like, if I don't have a reason to buy it, spend money, I'm not going to spend it. I can, go towards vacations and stuff with the family. It's hard to justify personal costs. Oh, come on, get out of here, dude. It was funny, actually, yesterday, I was pulling Monte Carlo out of this crypt. It would like engulfed the crypt. And then I was like, shoot, I gotta wait to show you guys. So I stopped. But this thing was like completely buried. What I like to do on these older leaves that aren't so vibrant, I'll pluck them down at the base. I could snip them. I have scissors. I don't know why I'm not. But the old stuff, snip out. It'll stimulate the plant to produce more new leaves. You'll be like, hey, come on, dude. Let's get going. Sorry, I got the sniffles. I hope it's not annoying on live. I almost thought about not going live because I was sick, but I don't know. Here we are. Pat, 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 pat. Okay, another thing too. I'm gonna siphon this. There's gunk that's probably worked its way down into this mat, and that just like leaches into the water column constantly. So a lot of people who have like carpets like this, they got a ton of algae coming out of it, but algae nowhere else, and they're like, what the heck, man? And it's because you have stuff just sitting in here, like poop and detritus. All that's got to come out. Don't tempt me. It's ASG, Ben. It's for ASG. And it looks like I got a little BBA right here. That's not cool. I got some Excel I can dose that'll nuke it. But again, I gotta clean these rocks off. I'll probably save it because this is gonna be a longer maintenance session. It's normally not an hour or two. Just for a water change, I get in and get out pretty quickly. We'll free this kid. Hey! It's funny, it's like a little bush. Okay. This is looking better. I got a rock, another rock here. See if I can cut that out. It's funny, I forget what the hardscape looked like when it gets overgrown like this. Okay. So if you notice, it's, still stays down. We're at 1 inch now. That's generally where I like to keep it, between 1 and 2 inches. Excuse me, yes. The nice thing about having a company is you can buy stuff through it, pre-tax, as a business expense, if it is a business expense, which if I wanted to get into 3D printing, I could buy one as an expense and 3D print my own stuff. And it's all pre-tax, thanks to capitalism. Tax code is what we like to call it. Okay. Let's see if I can get more of this out without cutting more of the S-rep ends. Ooh. Come on. See, just like takes over, man. This is Monte Carlo, by the way. If you're looking to get into carpeting plants, you want something a little easier than like, baby tears or Cuba. Monte Carlo is great. The leaf size is a little bigger, which makes it a little easier to grow because it can photosynthesize easier. It's got more solar panels, I call it. Okay. You know what I wish YouTube had? One, I've got earbuds, and I tried to use them on the last live, and YouTube didn't want to recognize the earbuds as microphones. So if any of you young kids can tell me how that works, that would be great. Get out of here. Get out of here. This looks okay. But I don't get a noise when I get a chat, so I have to keep checking. Hooray for capitalists. Man. Capitalism, it's a weird thing. We're in it. We either play by the rules or we don't. Okay, so let's get handfuls of Monte Carlo out of the tank. Look at this. It's crazy. And now you know why I scooped the tank before doing this. It's such a mess. Oh, we'll save this. Give me. Save that S-Repens. It's a nice stem. There's another nice stem. Oh, what are you doing, Mr. Boos? It's funny, I keep finding some sub-wassertang. I got some at a scape meeting, the one that I spoke at, because this tank was dealing with high organics in the beginning. And I was getting hair algae from high phosphate, so I threw in a bunch of sub-wassertang to help soak it up. And I thought I got rid of it all, but now I'm seeing like little patches here and there. Nature finds a way. That shit. You want to rot what? A Monte Carlo? Sub-wasser tank? What are you talking about rotting? Well, let's try to clean up while we work. Clean up while we work. That's my whistle. It's snowing. It's snowing Monte Carlo during our summer solstice. Man, this is why you have a good filter. Could you imagine doing this and then trying to like let your little sponge filter clean up your tank? If you don't know already, I have a high disdain for sponge filters in tanks like these. If you're breeding fish or something, that's fine. Breeding fish in a bucket, go ahead, use a sponge filter. But something like this, man, there's no way. There's no way it'll clean it up. There. There. And we're close to being done with the trimming. Super Reds. At least we can see though. Oh. Oh, you want the clippies? Dude, that'd be such a tedious process. I'll send them to you. I got them sitting right below me here. If you want them, you can have them. Pay for the shipping. You'd be like planting hairs. It'd be like one of those Turkish hair transplants. Little individual plugs. That would take forever. You could do it. I mean, it's not like hair grass where you can't replant it. Let's see here. Did I pull up this ribbons? No. I'll also post a picture of this after, a day or two after, when it gets all cleaned up. It's best to keep up on this so you don't have such a big maintenance day, but c'est la vie. This is life. Life in the fast lane. But I'm gonna lose your mind. YouTube's gonna be like, straight to jail, no singing. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. And grab all that. Oop. Throw that back. Wow. So much netting. And luckily the intake, the surface skimmer will help with that. There you go, on the floor for Ben. Look at it. We're getting there. We're getting there. Push all this down. Christmas moss. I got a ton of Christmas moss too. If anyone wants that, I should probably thin that out. I just keep stuffing it between rocks. Ignoring it. That's what I do with my problems. Stuff them in a rock and forget about them. Oh, I got a life problem? Here. No longer exists. Oh, that's where the subwasser tank was hanging out, back here. So if I wave my hand, I don't know if you guys can see, it just shoots out a cloud of crud. That's the stuff you want to be getting out with these water changes. These guys, these homies that are like, I haven't done a water change in over a year. How much crap they have in their tank has to be unbelievable. It also looks like I got a little bit of cyano. Probably because my surface skimmer stopped working. It's funny how quickly these get off balance. Or get overgrown, or you miss a little bit of fertilizer. I do want to get an auto doser, so I don't got to worry about fertilizer anymore. I'm kind of over it, to be honest. Of course, we dose the ASG Fert kit, and it's easy. It's just I forget, I get sick. I'll wake up late, run to work, like forget to dose in the morning. I try to dose like later in the day, which is fine, but I just forget. I got too much going on. I don't know. What plant should I put in that back left corner? Someone give me ideas. Something fun. What do we got? Steve. Turkey. What about turkey? Are you referring to the hair transplant? Turkish hair transplants? It just keeps coming out, man. There's just more and more. Ugh. Let's clean some of the rock work up. Get some of that out. It's funny, it just comes out in little chain, little crawlers. Okay, do I want to trim this? We can take that out. Maybe I'll trim the corner. I kind of like the change in texture. I have hair grass up here. I don't know what it's doing. Let's pull some of this out. I think I just cut it a couple weeks ago and it's still coming back. See? Proof. I have proof I have hair grass. And look at more moss. Someone buy my moss. I got too much. Turkey baster. Oh yeah, totally. I've got one. I just wave my hand anymore. It seems to do fine. And I like smacking it. Pat, 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 pat. It like kicks up a bunch of this crap that's like on around it. Look at all that. This is why I'm gonna siphon it. Sorry, fish. Sorry, fish. It just like gets all the crap out. I got little bits of algae here and there. We'll trim out. Nothing taken over, luckily. Just keeping it cleaned up. I really don't like this S. repens here. It's too far to the front. It needs to be like back more. Let's see if I can get that out. Yeah, I could see Rotala orange back there. Well, I got Rotala on the right. Atra, this shit's like taking over, man. Oh. I don't know, I'll keep thinking about it. We'll put something fun. Rotala, man, that stuff just grows like a weed in my systems. Almost like invasive to some degree. Too much. Too much. Let me know if you guys got questions. Down to answer them. I guess I can talk a little bit about this tank. This is a CO2 injected. I got a Chihiro's Pro up above, running about 100 par, 120 par at the substrate. So everything above is just getting blasted. They're probably getting 200 to 300 par up above. I've got a GH of 4. I keep a KH of 0. And I've been testing that out because I've seen some of the masters up above keep KHs as 0, and I'm like, I wonder what that's like. I wonder if there's a difference. No, I don't see a difference. It makes CO2 injection a little easier because you got a lower KH. It's easier for the to drop the pH with a lower KH. So less CO2, I guess, is a good thing. But other than that, I don't see the plants reacting. I don't see the fish reacting, which I guess is what you want, question mark. I got a 307, a Fluval 307 on it with an inline diffuser from CO2 Art. I have a inline diffuser. Well, let me say this. I have an inline diffuser from F-Zone I need to try. I have an inline atomizer from CO2 Art. Sorry, Angel. But the F-Zone one looks interesting. It just looks like a ceramic diffuser, but inline. Where the atomizer, it's like this little hardcore disc. But I'll have to make a video on that. That's it. Lighting, CO2, water chemistry, filtration. That's all I can think of. This actually has fluval stratum in it. Believe that or not. People talk trash on stratum, but it's like, I don't have a problem with it. Cheap. You can get on like Black Friday sales from big box stores and stuff. It's awesome. This is like 6 years old, 7 years old too. This is the aqua soil. I don't got problems with that. And I'm cheap. These tanks are expensive. I dropped $500 on an aquarium light. I'm going to want to find something cheap elsewhere to balance out costs. You don't need to be fancy everywhere. You just need the right stuff, I guess. So I'm dosing what I recommend, which is 1 mil per gallon. And then I alternate. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, macros. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, micros. And then I don't dose on Sundays. And technically, I'm just dosing blind. I'm just using what I recommend without even really testing. I could, if I was to test nitrates, which actually would be a cool live to do, test nitrates, I'd probably be at 0, especially now. I haven't been dosing this past week. I was like on and off dosing last week, and then I got sick. And then I was like not dosing at all this week. What is that? Okay. So 1 mil per gallon, that's what you dose with the ASG for kit on a CO2 injected tank. You do 0.2 mils per gallon without CO2. And again, these are starting points. And the idea is just to get the water column to 5 to 10 parts per million and keep it there while doing heavy water changes to export out organics. And that's it. That's kind of how you dial it in. You know, when this tank was in the condition that it was in prior to me starting this live, I probably would be dosing more than 1 mil per gallon because there's so much plant mass in there. And then now that I've like ripped a bunch of it out, I would probably be a little leaner or want to be leaner because I have ripped out a bunch of the plant mass. So it just kind of fluctuates. And that's why I use nitrates. It's a good way to get a glimpse into your fertilization table. That's also why I don't have a million fish. I'm not really a big fish guy. I kind of like them more just to give movement to the tank. Where some people will have a ton of fish and their nitrates would be like 50 parts per million. And then they're like, the fertilizer raised my nitrates. It's like, well, yeah, that's the point, dude, but your tank is so unbalanced. you got like half a reef in your flipping tank, man. So I always just do low, slow with nitrates so I can use the nitrates as a way to view my fertilization table. I hope that makes sense. Let me know if it doesn't or if you got follow-up questions. Okay, what do I need to do next? I'm going to scrub the rock before I drain it. I can't see anything else I really want to trim. I do want to move that S repens. Let me do that. Yeah, I mean, again, starting points, right? Like, This tank, I mean, it's the soil's like up to here in the back. So I've got like that much in the back, as it's sloped. So there is a lot of displacement. I'm still dosing, 30 mils because it's a 30 gallon. So that's why, again, you can't really go off of recommended dosages. They are just that. It's just a starting point for people. It's not meant to be like, this is how you dose it. You have to look into your fertilization table to get it dialed in. You have to look at your nitrates. You have to, do high water changes to export anything that could be rotting in the tank, and then you get a clear view of your nitrates in general. So that's why I suggest that. Okay, here we go. Is it gonna go? Is it gonna break? Oh, come on. There we go. There's some. This reminds me of those golfing videos where they like take a plug up and then they mat it back down and it like is perfect. Like fits perfectly their little plug. This guy will ditch. What I'll do is I'll probably trim around that rock to get more definition. But yeah, if you guys got more questions, let me know. I'll keep answering them. That's why I was doing this live. I was hoping it would stem conversation around certain topics like fertilizers. And I got to remember to do a fertilization talk. We'll test my nitrates and look at things. That would be cool. I always never know what to talk about. I was like, what can I do? What can I talk? What can I do a video on? I've been trying to use AI to help come up with ideas. I don't like AI making my content, but it's nice to be able to have someone to ask. I've thought about putting out some stuff online to get topics of stuff people want to hear me talk about. Maybe one day. Okay, S-repin's removed. So see how brown it is down, especially down in this area? That's all going to bounce back. Again, it looks like a bad haircut. Actually, it looks like a good haircut, just a bunch of gray hair underneath. But it'll come back all green and lush as it starts to move back towards like 2 inches in thickness again. Oh, I always try to do these trims. Let's say if I got a social event or something, family's coming over, I always try to do the hardcore trim a couple weeks before company, and then by the time company shows up, it's looking all nice. Just so no one can ask me about it. That's how it works. That's how it works. What's your thoughts on Dragonstone and its effects? Dragonstone doesn't affect water chemistry. And I can say that with confidence because I understand the why. What affects, the thing that affects water chemistry within hardscape is calcite. It's the white veins that run within something like Ceres stone. Unless you have something that's like not Dragonstone, it's like limestone or something that's dissolving in your tank. But traditional Dragonstone doesn't have calcite. What's the one that does? Ceres stone, I just said it. That has those white veins in it. That's the stuff that dissolves. It's calcium carbonate based. So you have calcium, which will raise your GH, and carbonate, which raises KH and pH, respectively. So that's why that happens. Unless you have calcite in your Dragonstone, I don't know why your water chemistry would be adjusting. I would assume it would be something else that you put in your tank that maybe you're just ignorant to as far as like how it affects the tank. Like I see on these Facebook groups, everyone recommends calcium carbonate in the form of like aragonite or crushed coral. And most people, I don't call them out, but I ask them, what does that do to your water chemistry? Most people are like, well, I don't know. It's like, why are you telling people? They'll tell people with shrimp. They don't even know what shrimp it is. Watch, I'm going to go on a rant now. They don't even know what shrimp it is. Oh yeah, put it in a shrimp tank. It's great. It's it's a calcium supplement for your shrimp. And I've heard people putting it in their Caridina tanks, and it just wipes entire colony out, because the water hardens over like a 48 hour period, and it goes from like a GH of like 4 to like 12 in like a couple of days, and there goes your whole Caridina colony. And it's people just blind leading blind kind of thing. So all that rant to say, you need to know what something does before you put it in your aquarium. You got to know what's in it. You know, there's bottles of shrimp minerals. Well, what is that? We don't know because we don't list the ingredients. It's like, then don't put that stuff in your tank. Like, all you need is planted tanks. All you need is good water source, soft water, fertilizer, good aqua soil, good light, some CO2. That's it. You get this. And then patience, which is something that a lot of people don't have either. It takes a while for a planted tank to mature. This one was planted in February, March. So we're only at the three month mark. I mean, it's doing great. I used Chem Advance. When's that here? Okay. Yeah, Siri Stone wood. I use Chem Advance. I've never used this stuff. I had seen it, you know, as a younger scaper, and it's amino acid, and I'm like, I don't need it. You know, like there's a bunch of this stuff. Well, this actually works. There's a bunch of stuff that doesn't work, doesn't do anything, per se. This stuff I would never wanted to try. I was like, I don't need it. You know, I can get to where I need to get without it. But when I planted this tank, I wanted to reduce the settling, the maturing of the plants, the time that we deal with diatoms. So I started dosing amino acids with it. It did great. It sped up the process like big time. I was thoroughly impressed. There is rock underneath here. These I'm probably just going to pull out and bleach, because this is pretty bad. This is just a wire brush. I might need to pull the water level down, so I'm going to make a mess. I'll just kind of hit them a little bit and then bleach them another day, probably. Get them really cleaned up. This is this detail work. I just kind of like to get stuff cleaned up. Oh, there's a big old rock underneath here. Yeah, these are dirty. Oh, another question. What we got? High flow could be causing staghorn. I haven't seen high flow cause staghorn. Usually staghorn, from what I've seen, is an organics issue. It's generally from something rotting, but like, let's say you got all your husbandry down, right? Like someone's got a good filter, they've been in the hobby a long time, they know how to maintain a tank, detail it, that kind of thing. Then I generally look at what water source they're using. Generally speaking, if someone's got everything dialed in, and I ask them what's your water change water, they'll say tap water. 99.9% of the time, it's chloramines in the tap water. And what happens is you do a big water change, thinking you're doing the tank good, right? Oh shoot, I need to drain this. You think you're doing the tank good, but you're actually shooting yourself in the foot, because chloramine is chlorine and ammonia linked together. You do a big water change, you dump, prime in, the chlorine gets off-gassed, I believe it's off-gassed, and then you're left with ammonia in the tank. And even a really small amount can be bad. It can continue just to feed the staghorn algae. So, I don't know, let me know. Are you using tap water? Are you using RODI water? Let's see. Oh yeah, I know. I need to get one. I have one for me, but probably not good that I clean my hardscape out and then brush my teeth with it. I should find one just for the scape. That would be kind of nice. We'll get some of this sucked out. And actually, let me get my siphon. And I'm sniffling like crazy. I hate being sick. Let's see. What'd you say? I'm using an RODI still comes out about 20 before mineralizing. Yeah, and I think Google if just RO. It sounds like your DI is gone. Google if just RO will pull out chloramines. I don't believe it does, and that could be your problem. So watch. We're gonna try to. Come on. Is it clogged? No. Get it flowing. Sorry if my head's in the way. See if we can get some of this up. See if there's anything in. No, it's pretty clean. Hey, I've been doing my maintenance. Oh, see, look at this. This is dark. This is all crud. This is all. The angels love hanging out in this corner, so I'm not surprised. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Just pulling out all that crud. It's all coming from underneath the substrate. It looks clean. Like you wouldn't think that there's all this gunk. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that online very well. Look at that. This is why I do this. I tell people I do this and they say I'm crazy. But I've had people like, again, have algae only on their carpet, and they're like, why? And I'm like, when was the last time you siphoned it? And what do you mean you don't siphon it? You don't siphon stuff with aqua soil? It's like, yeah, you do. You don't want algae. Okay, I think that's good. I just wanted, oh yeah, there's a bad spot. I just wanted to try to see if I could get some of the crud out. I've done this recently, so I didn't expect a lot, but hey, better than just letting it go, getting all nasty. Let's see here. What do I need to do? Let me see this. Let me see this comment. Let me turn it this way. Yeah, there you go. There you go. We did it, Reddit. I'm telling you, man. Staghorn. It's always an ammonia issue. The thing is like the hard part of the troubleshooting of staghorn is, okay, well, where's the ammonia coming from? Is it because of poor filtration? Is it because you got chloramines? You know, and unless you, like, I'm always on these Facebook groups helping people. And the reason why is, well, one, to help people, because I like helping people, but it reinforces my knowledge. Like, I've talked to, 500 people with staghorn algae and help them get over it. And, I can deduce the lowest common denominator. It's always ammonia, right? Like, so it's part of why I help others. I enjoy it. I like helping others. It helps reinforce my knowledge. I got a longer siphon. I don't care to get it out. Ben, I see your comment. Give me a sec. I think you're just helping the other dude. And I appreciate you chiming in, Ben. Sometimes I can't remember certain things. This is why, seriously, this is why I have my website. It's a textbook for me. I'll research something, I'll get into something, and then I'll forget. And I have to like put it in the guide, otherwise I forget. Like if you have a low KH and a high pH, I say that it's artificially high. I don't know if that's the way to say that. And the only reason I mean that is because the pH, the low pH can't support a high, the low KH can't support a high pH. So then what you can do is toss a little vinegar in the tank, and off goes the hydrogen, pH drops down to where it should be supported with your KH, depending on what the KH is, obviously. And this is like someone that's got a KH of 2 but a pH of 8. Like, oh, that's your pH shouldn't be that high. All that to say, though, it's like, I don't remember. I think it's 0.25 mils per gallon. You add per dosage. You don't do the dosage back to back. You like wait, and if it didn't do anything, you do it again like a day later. But I have to write that stuff down because I'll do all my research, figure it all out, help someone with it. Great, it worked. And then I got to write it down, otherwise it's gone. For those of you hanging out with me, I appreciate you keeping me company. 4 hours, just You doing a tank change on the pool? 1 sec, I'll be back too. Okay. Oh, I know. No, I don't have houseplants. I can barely take care of this thing, man. But yeah, they would with the fertilizer I dose in this thing. Here's an update on the heads. Looking pretty clean. I got some in the O, or in the bend right there. Again, just sitting in bleach. It's the easiest way to clean these things, and you don't got to do anything to them. That, and then they come out like super crystal clear, which is cool. Yeah, I talked to a guy who had a irrigation system set up where he could water change, like dump water into his irrigation system, and then it would feed his backyard plants. He had a garden, and it's like such an efficient use, I would say, of material, organics. Get the glass all cleaned up. Ugh. I also have a little bit of GSA on the glass. And if for anyone knows, it's because I'm not dosing ferts. I'm bottoming out my potassium. Bottoming out my phosphates. And that'll lead to GSA. So again, our tanks are telling us they need something, or they're out of something, they want something, but it's up to us to learn to read those cues. And the only way to do that is just by learning. Finding a mentor, that's what I always suggest. People in the Facebook groups, they're always like, I hate all these opinions. And it's like, well, then why are you coming back to a massive group of 26,000 people? Just find someone who's keeping the tank that you want and killing it, obviously doing well, and then just be like, hey, will you mentor me? Most people, I think, would. I would hope they would. I don't know why they wouldn't. But I guess there's those people out there too. Like to hoard knowledge, that kind of stuff. Not me. I want everyone to be successful right out of the gate. Okay. That's pretty good. I usually use like a... Do I have it? Yeah. All right, it's a really high-tech and fancy glass scraper I got in Texas. It's called a hotel key. Thank you, Casino Morongo. Insert this end. And I get between the glass and the carpet. And it works great just for this little area in here. It keeps the front, or even the sides, just all that algae that builds up right in front of the glass. Like even in the substrate, I kind of cut between the glass and the substrate. Keeps all that clean. That's it, man. That's all you need. I'm all about spending money on good tools, but I'm also about saving money. Okay. Let me scrub some more of these. You know what I have found, Steve, is outlets I have over here. And it's the only place I can put them over here, but I have to put both of them up front. Normally I have an inlet on one side and the water circulates over to the outlet. Kind of get one of these effects going on. Because the back is so high, my lilies won't fit. So I've got both of them on this side. The CO2 shoots across and blasts this rock. And this rock just gets covered in BBA. That's it. And it's just because this is a high flow area on top of CO2 enriched water. And it's just getting blasted. Oh man. I don't know if you can see it. There's some BBA on here. But again, I'll go in and I'll bleach dip these kids. And then they'll be super clean. But I don't know. With the family gone, I want to do this, spend a couple hours on this, have some lunch, play some video games, take a nap, enjoy the quiet while the chaos is gone. And then also I got to post some of these plants I need to sell. I got stuff to do. It's fun to have you guys hanging out with me. But Steve, keep me posted about the DI and if that solves your problem. Because, yeah, the reinforcement of my knowledge is good, so I can help others. Bonsai tree. Am I hurt for it? What are you talking about, bonsai tree? Is my brain crazy? Does that sentence make sense? All right, it's getting hard to see. I can't even see the rock. I need to pull them out and bleach them anyways, so that's kind of as good as that's going to get today. Those moss, you guys. I need to get a bag together today and sell it. I'm over it. Get my corners. Okay, that's good. We'll call it good. No, I know you're talking about bonsai tree. You talking about you using ferts for a bonsai tree? Is that what you're talking about? That makes sense. Sort of. In a bass-ackwards way. Come on. Come on, Nelly. All right, let's see if I can suck up all this plant matter and get it out of here. Oh, come on. Don't do me dirty, yes, reference. You guys will see, I drain this tank pretty low. As we were talking about, it is a 30 gallon in volume empty, but I probably only have 20 gallons of water in here, if that. I do 3 RO jugs each weekend, and then I remineralize within the tank. which I don't know, I may be able to do with you guys live. It's not anything cool, but here we are. Suck out as much of the floating stuff as I can. And I do like to clean the rocks and the glass and all that stuff before removing a lot of the water, so I can suck all of it out. You want to remove as much of that as we can. Look at this little Siamese algae eater. He's a little fatty. And I got my clown loaches. They kind of help keep snail population down. I don't even see any bladder snails anymore, to be honest. I like a little bit of a few of them in the tank. I don't want them eradicated, but yeah. Oh no! I almost overflowed my bucket. Ugh. That is a full bucket. All right, we'll go a little lower. Questions, let me see. Yeah, I'm, oops, sorry, kicked you guys. I'm 99.9% sure it's because of you not having DI. It is because of organics. You just have to find the source of it. What's happening probably is, yes, maybe in certain dead areas, the ammonia gets uptook, but then, yeah, it's getting blasted by the outlet. So that's probably why you're seeing it in the heavy flow area, is because it's getting fed ammonia, more ammonia due to flow. That would be my guess. Come on, Betty. All right. We'll get the last of the nasties sucked out. We'll fill it up. Kick the filter on. I did have a buddy in Vegas turn me on to a coagulant called Phyl. It works great, and I find it best for people who decide to stand on a ladder and dump water into their tank from 10 feet in the air into an aqua soil, and then they got muddy water on their hands. And they're like, what do I do about that? And hopefully they're not running a sponge filter, but if they're running a canister, they can toss a little filter floss in the canister if they don't already have it, and then toss the Phyl in, and dude, that stuff, your tank's like crystal clear in like 30 minutes. It's insane. I'm not a big product guy, but there are some like quality of life tools to have on hand, especially for like stuff like that. It's like I don't want to wait 5 days for my tank to clear. Totally not needed by any means. Your filter will get rid of it all, but I don't know. Sometimes we're impatient, right? Cannonball, do, cannonball, cannonball. That's one of those songs where everyone gets it wrong. Ugh. All right, dumping jugs. This is for all those people who think they have to drip acclimate their water changer. I laugh so hard at those videos. There's one that's like the state of Utah's fishing game, and they're restocking lakes by like dumping fish out of airplanes. Oh, shit. Kyle, which Def Leppard song was that? Panama. Panama. Isn't that what it's called? Is it called something else? I don't fucking... I'm terrible with names. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'll remember people's faces. This is a Tupperware lid to dump it on. Well, you know what, Ben? Some people don't have that much money, okay? We're not like Tupperware rich like you are. That is smart. I actually, in all seriousness, I suggest anything plastic, like a plastic bag from a grocery store, so long as it's not like scented or something stupid like that. Saran wrap I've used. Dinner plates I've used. I just use my hand. I don't know. It doesn't really kick anything up. So long as you're just not like, again, dumping it in your tank from 10 feet up. I don't understand how people get that rowdy with their water. When I am using tap water, I have a no-spill Python that I run from my front of my house. And I clip it onto the tank and it just fills it up, which is amazing. But my tap water has had a lot of phosphates in it for a while, like between 0.25 and 0.5 parts per million, which has been causing issues. I probably could move over to tap water at this point on this tank, now that it's matured and like burning through nutrients, but yeah, I don't know. Michael Rojas, good to see you, dude. How are you? Floating around in the background forever, or you just get here? That's it, thank you. I was half right. Yeah. Yeah, well, not Def Leppard. I didn't catch that either. It is Panama, see? I got a half right too, Ben. Don't feel too bad. Oh, you did? What came of that? I'm interested, dude. Michael, in your phosphate kit. Drum roll. As I was telling you, let me see if I can not kill my live. As I was telling you, I can't see my feed. I'll look at it on my laptop. Michael is dealing with hair algae issues, and I was telling him that he's got to check his phosphates. So I was saying before, a 1 to 10 ratio with phosphates to nitrates. I actually keep now a 0.25 to 0.5 per 10. So, and I keep my tank, I try to keep my tank nitrates around 10. So that means 0.2 to 0.5 parts per million of phosphates. And pretty low, like again, if you bottom out phosphates, you're gonna get little green spots on the glass. It's not the end of the world. It's easy to clean up. You go too high on phosphates, then you just get hair algae take over the whole flipping tank. So I'd rather run the low end and get a little GSA than run the high end and end up getting hair algae all over. Mike, you can't tell me you got a kit and then not tell me the results, bro. You're killing me. I wanna know what your phosphates are and the redfield ratio, so I can help troubleshoot your algae. I wanna know. Why was blinking at me? Oh. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Okay, so 3 of these is 5 gallons. How much I got left? Just that little bit at the bottom. So I'll do, it's a tablespoon of equilibrium per jug. But I'm going to do maybe like 2 3/4. I'll go a little lower than higher. I want to put my filter stuff back on and have it cleared up in front of you guys, but I have to do that on my phone. I don't know if it'll kill the live. I have no idea. Maybe I can do it on my computer. I'm still figuring out how to be live with you guys. So bear with me. And I got to get rid of all these floating plants. I'm a plant hoarder. I am. I swear. I need to start plant hoarding anonymous. PHA. There's always room for more plants. This is why I'm a retailer. Don't come to me if you want to save on plants. Plant species. I'm the why not guy. Why not? Yeah, why not? Why not put that back? Yeah. Why not? Why not get another plant? Well, you totally need that plant. That's me too. Oh yeah, the pokey plant. Ichirion Cinna something. Looks like a little cactus. That's what I need in this tank. It's hard because you get too random of plants and then it just looks unorganized. It looks like unintentional. So you got to be careful when designing. Hold on, let's see if Michael responded with his FOSS test kit. Know that I sell kits on my site too, so if you guys can't find something locally, I can ship you something. I know no one likes to pay for shipping, obviously, but I try to keep like a little mini local fish store at my place. Or on my site, I should say. Just so if you need something, you got it. You got a place to get it, I would say. That, I guess, Amazon. Support Bezos. He's getting married. He's got to pay for that wedding. Doesn't have enough money. He's broke. Net. This is never ending with a carpet tank. But I like netting because it helps. I could turn my filter on, but then my filter's just going to get clogged in 24 hours, and then I got to deal with that. So I'd rather just net stuff out and have some stuff, little bits of stuff go into the pre-filter, and I'm not having to 48 hours later take apart my canister. I need to do that because I've got an article I'm writing. So that'll happen. That's going to be my next live, and then after our conversations from today, I think dialing in fertilizer is going to be my next one. So that's a good topic. I feel like a lot of people just kind of dump it in. Oh, the bottle says 2 squirts. What does that do? I don't know. But the bottle says 2 squirts. Okay. Good luck with that. All right, let me see the results here. But what is your Michael? What is your test results? I need to know. Yes. So and actually, I think in both. Do I talk about it in both? I know the string algae one. I definitely talk about it because that's the only in the filamental string algae blog post. That's the only thing that's causing that is phosphates. I haven't ever ran into anything else that causes that issue. String algae. So that's definitely talked about in there. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I talk about it in the BBA guide too. But I think since I have created the guide, and as I am constantly learning and evolving and learning, I guess, yeah, changing my perspective as I learn more, as science does, right? I'm tweaking my methods. So even though I teach a 1-to-10 ratio, which is just a quick, easy way, I actually saw a comment from Tom Barr and subsequently a scientific article that talks about how not all plants obviously uptake nitrates to phosphates in the same ratio, which is like duh, like putting anything in a box anywhere within the world, a black and white binary just doesn't, that's not life. So, certain plants will be at a 1-to-5, so 1-to-7 is kind of more like it from what they've seen with prior studies or most recent studies. But again, I'd rather err on the side of caution and go super low and deal with GSA if I had to deal with an algae, deal with GSA than deal with hair algae or BBA. So I run it real low. Whoop, there we go. Yeah, my glass is all messed up. Checking now. Yay, checking now. Love it. Keep us posted. It's funny how I got, 4,600 subscribers, and I've got 4 people on with me. That's weird. That's trippy. I'd assume I'd get more on live so I can answer questions, but maybe not. I'm actually going to keep and sell this Monte Carlo. There's a lot in here that could be good. Remove the little bits and sell the stems. Someone could use it. Why not? My wife teases me because I have bowls of plants sitting around the house. She's like, what are you doing with this? Oh, I'm going to sell that. What are you doing with this? Yeah, truth, right? I don't know. And it has nothing to do with ego. Like, I don't need a million people in my life. It's just an opportunity for people to ask questions. And I like helping others. So it's like, why not? But, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is the stuff. This Acurol stuff. It's like, I don't know, 2 drops per gallon or something. It's this red, nasty stuff. But get your water like crystal clear in a heartbeat, which is dope. Sometimes, most of the times I'm patient, sometimes I'm impatient. Let's see if I can turn my filter back on. Huh. Oh, there you go. Oh no. Duh. Might help if I plug my lily pipes back in. Well, yeah, I guess I gotta clean those. So maybe not. Maybe not this time around. 30 gallon like that. Oh man, I love 30, 40 gallons. It's such a good little like middle ground for this stuff. I bought a 75 right before I had a kid. Probably wasn't the best decision. I ended up selling it. But that is what that is. All right, Michael Rojas. I need to clean my lilies. Maybe I'll just rinse them off and I'll remineralize with you guys and then I'll clean them after the live. Because I really want to hear what Michael has. I don't want to get off before he comes back. Let me go rinse my lily pipes off. I'll be back. This is why I need a mic. Okay, not super clean, but rinsed well. Still at 90. Look at my basement, which one I have both funny stuff. Damn, dude, you got a lot of tanks, man. I can't do that. I'm a one tank kind of man. More so, just it's the maintenance. I can barely keep up with one. And I see a lot of people. Oh, did I leave the bottom of this? I see a lot of people have like multi-tank syndrome and then like they just get burnt out on water changes and quit. It's like kids. I'd rather have like less and put more into like 2 kids than like have 20. And you get to spend like 5 minutes with each of them. Okay. Connect these back up. Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Oh, where is my mind? Okay. Until that dries, it's going to wiggle. Results in. Oh, that's not that bad. What are your nitrates at? Out of curiosity. Because that is the balance, right? It's the nitrate to phosphate balance. I gotta clean that glass too. I got kiddos and they're always like, can I touch everything? Can I touch all your glass? I just want to touch all the glass that you just cleaned. It's like, no, go away. Don't touch my glass. I just cleaned it. For those of you that just joined, I have 7 metric tons of subwater tang and Christmas moss. If you'd like, stay on after this live and a representative will be with you to buy all the mosses. This is what happens when you put one little piece of moss in your tank. At least when you're running the ASG method. Gotta sell that. Gotta sell that. Let's see what he said. I'll check. No room upstairs. I have to stay in this shape. Built one. Yeah. Too many thanks. Too many thanks for me. All right. We'll wait for Michael to get back with this, and then I might sign off. Go take a nap. 'Cause I'm sick. Oh. I lost the bottom of my intake. Let's see if I can find that. Yeah, and for Michael, the reason I'm pointing towards phosphates is an issue because if you're getting BBA and string algae, then like that's a big indicator you got phos problems because it encompasses both of those issues, BBA and string algae. Oh shoot, do I have enough room? There we go. You can do it. You can do it. Sometimes I have to turn down the flow on the 307. It starts spitting bubbles like that. I'll do just a little bit. It'll help not cause it to spit bubbles. Michael's chicken. That's it, man. That was a pretty heavy maintenance session. What are we at live-wise? An hour and 45. That's the most I'm ever going to do on a tank. Like, I should do just one of my normal water changes. It's so fast. It's so easy. You know, people complain about water changes. It's probably because I got a million flipping tanks. Go to one tank. One show tank. And you'll be surprised how easy it is, especially if you got the right tools. Having the right tools helps too. Thank you, Ben. It does look a little hacked. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know. That's how it goes. It'll look like that for a couple of days. Watch, in a week, let's say next weekend, it'll look like 70% good. And then the following week, it'll be looking all bushy and crazy again. But I got to get that rock work cleaned up. It's not terrible. Looks better than mine. That's because you need to do your maintenance, Ben. You need to not have 20 tanks. You need only like 7, okay? There's a reference from a comedian. What is his name? I can't remember his name. 9 fishing chips, Ben? 9? All right. I think Michael missed the boat on this one. I'm going to cut off because it's going really long. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. For those that did, some of you guys were on pretty much the whole time. Brandon, if you're watching, I got a whole bucket full of plants for you. Maybe even Monte Carlo. Ben, if you want the Monte Carlo, I saved it for you, just for you. Gotta pump them numbers up, them rookie numbers. I know. It is what it is. But, oh, I need to remineralize the tank. Let's do that real quick. Absolutely. Just pay for shipping, dude. Excuse me while I die off camera. Okay. Look how hard this is. Not hard at all. So I just put RODI into the jugs, and then I need to remineralize it. The math works out to a teaspoon of equilibrium for every one I put in. It's snowing. It's snowing. The angel's got it on his face. This is it. I don't pre-mix it anymore, man. 20 years of doing this, never had an issue with this. It looks unsightly for, I don't know, less than 24 hours. Like by in the morning, it'll be all cleared up. I don't mind. Some elitist will call me out. Technically speaking, there you go. Remineralized. It looks like a misty mountain, which is my favorite. I'll dose a little Excel just to try to stunt that BBA a bit. I normally don't use it, but it'll help. I got it, might as well burn through it. And then I'll toss some advanced then. Why not? I need to burn through that bottle. There we go. And I need to mix up more ferts. I got no more. That's why. I got sick, I ran out of ferts, everything went to poop this week. And that's why we are cleaning stuff up. Another 5 minutes. Oh! Brandon! Dude, look at this, bro. Let's see if I can get it. This is all plant mass. Dude. I have another buddy who wants some. So I think I'm going to split it up between you and them. Yeah, no worries, dude. Yeah, Misty Mountain Top. Dude, I love it. I love it. So yeah, Brandon, you got some plants coming to you. Sorry, I was going to trim last weekend, then I got sick. So I got a big trim for you this weekend. It's all the stuff in the back. It's a bunch of Atra that was in here. This watermelon plant, I don't know the name of. The spiky one that's like prosp something. And that's it. But yeah, it's like $9 and you get like a bucket full of stems. And they're healthy too. It's all the tops, the stuff that's getting all the good light. And no worries, Michael. Hit me up on the website if you want. I'm, again, still interested in your issue or your case. Because if it's not phosphates, then I want to help you figure it out so I can help others. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. We'll see you around, maybe on the next live. I think the next one I'm going to be cleaning out my canister. It might be an evening stream this week sometime. You guys can come hang out with me. Until then, I'll catch you guys later. Bye!